Welcome to another episode of Inside Invesco. I'm your host, Jessica Franklin, and I work in recruiting from our Invesco office in Atlanta. Today's episode covers an important part of Invesco's culture, our business resource groups, which provide communities for employees to network and develop their business skills. We talked to the former North America Regional Chair of one of Invesco's largest business resource groups. Stephanie, thank you for joining us.
Thanks.
Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
I hear that you have recently been promoted. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So why don't you introduce your role and tell us a little bit about it?
Well, in my role, I am head of business strategy and development for the North America fixed income business. I lead a team of CPMs and product managers who are collectively responsible for driving organic growth, as well as retention of clients and making sure that all of our clients have the information that they need from a specialist perspective, understanding the asset class. Within my scope is global liquidity, structured products, investment grade, and municipal bonds.
Okay, well, that's a large reach. So you recently, as I mentioned, served as the North America Regional Chair of the Invesco Women's Network. So Invesco Women's Network, or IWN, as we'll also refer to it, is one of our largest BRGs. How important are the BRGs to Invesco, and how do you feel that they help promote diverse ideas within the firm?
Yeah, I believe BRGs play a vital role at Invesco. They provide for a supportive and an inclusive environment at the company. They provide a platform for employees that have shared identities to have a way to connect and share information. In the current environment, I think it's really important to be your authentic self and to actually feel like you can bring your authentic self to work. And I think that's what the BRGs allow us to do.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that that's something that's becoming more and more important to our culture in general. That's permeating corporate America, which I think is great. So let's talk more about Invesco Women's Network. What is IWN's mission, and what kinds of activities does this group offer?
Yeah, so don't want to get this one wrong. The IWN's mission is to empower the women of Invesco to achieve their aspirations by creating opportunities to build relationships, deepen their knowledge, and enhance their leadership experience. I will tell you, one of the strongest engines we have within the IWN is the Global Programming Committee, which has a strong track record of producing meaningful programs to develop women, build relationships, and create a more inclusive environment. Three programs that are near and dear to my heart are iMentor, which I know you were a part of at one point, as well as Rock the Street Wall Street and the Women's Bonds Club's Rising Star program. And Rising Star is one that is very close to me personally. In 2015, I had the honor of being Invesco's Rising Star. It's almost 10 years now, so dating myself a little bit. But that program is amazing. It allows for women to participate in a 6-month training program where you are paired with one of the best leadership development coaches in the country. You meet every month over a 6-month period. You engage, both in person as well as remotely. And you are able to connect with other rising stars at other firms. And, I think the ability to build connection there, the ability to learn, coping skills as well as leadership skills as you kind of come up the ranks is really important. I'll tell you that, today I still use a lot of the skills that I learned in that program.
On kind of this tone, you were getting the Rising Star. Congrats.
Thank you.
How is your involvement with business resource groups? How do you feel that it's shaped your experience within Invesco?
Yeah, when I started in 2011, dating myself again, there was one BRG, and that was Invesco Women's Network, IWN. Today, there are 13 global business resource groups, and I think that is a testament to Invesco's growth. We look more like our employee base, right? I think that's really important. It allows for people to connect with individuals in different locations, different departments that they wouldn't otherwise have an opportunity to connect with. I mean, we happen to be a firm that has a multitude of offices, so you never quite know where someone's sitting in the world. And a lot of times, being able to connect has given me the opportunity to create community in ways that I don't think I would have otherwise been able to. Day to day, things are busy, right? No doubt, there's always more stuff to do than there is time. But for those that take time to actually participate in the BRG programming, I think that it pays dividends. It really increases the way that you feel about yourself as part of the Invesco community.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned I was part of iMentor, and I agree. I was able to get a mentor within IWN who otherwise I probably would have never interacted with, and it just gave me such a diversified experience, perspective, being able to get advice from someone who's in such a different sphere from me was really valuable. So I certainly can attest to the things that you're sharing as well. As we wrap up, are there any last things that you feel you want to make sure candidates should know about our culture as it relates to the business resource groups?
Yeah, I think Invesco's greatest resource really is our people. And through our people, we have been able to create a culture where people really want to be. You talk to people at Invesco, and they've been here for decades, right? If you're here 10 years, you're usually one of the more junior people, right? And I think that says a lot about our company. And the BRGs are really a reflection of Invesco and the acceptance that we've been able to create across our community. And I really think that it is a way that we are able to celebrate diversity. It's a way that we are able to, encourage diverse ideas.
Yeah.
And, I think Invesco truly has a very unique footprint in the market. Thinking of other financial firms I've worked at personally and others that friends of mine have worked at, there isn't a company that quite has the culture that Invesco has.
Yeah. And in talent acquisition, obviously, I speak with a lot of people, and one of the questions I often get is, tell me a little bit about Invesco's culture. And yeah, it's certainly something that is pertinent to the marketplace, and what people are really looking for is a culture that fits what works, for them or what they're looking for. So, yes, well, thank you so much, Stephanie, for your time today. And sharing your story about your involvement with the business resource groups. Stay tuned for future episodes where we'll be speaking to more people, sharing insights from across our business. If you're interested in positions at Invesco, as always, please check out the homepage of our career site. See you next time.